Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Sophia Voss, and if you're here, it means you care deeply about someone in their later years. It's not always easy to recognize the subtle changes that signal the final stage of life, but understanding them can help us provide comfort and dignity. Today, I want to share 5 signs that an elderly person may be in their final year. I'll also share real stories to help illustrate what these signs look like. And at the end of this video, I'll reveal one often overlooked sign that carries deep significance. Sign 1. Unexplained weight loss. Margaret was 87 years old, full of life, and always enjoyed her morning toast with jam. But over a few months, her clothes became looser and her appetite faded. Her daughter thought it was just part of aging, but Margaret's doctor explained that her body was slowing down, absorbing fewer nutrients, and preparing for a natural transition. Her daughter, Emily, tried making her favorite meals, hoping to reignite her appetite. But Margaret would take just a few bites before pushing the plate away, saying she wasn't hungry. Emily didn't understand at first. Her mother had always loved food. It wasn't until the doctor gently explained that the body, in its final stages, requires less nourishment, that she realized Margaret wasn't choosing not to eat. Her body was simply changing. Unexplained weight loss isn't always alarming, but if you notice a loved one losing weight rapidly without trying, it's worth paying attention. They may need softer, more nourishing foods or smaller, more frequent meals. More importantly, this could be a sign that the body is naturally preparing for its next stage. Sign 2. Social withdrawal and emotional changes. John used to love his Sunday visits with his grandchildren. He would tell stories from his younger days and laugh as they played. But recently, he preferred to sit quietly in his chair, smiling but distant. His family worried he was feeling depressed, but his doctor reassured them that social withdrawal is common in those nearing the final stages of life. His granddaughter, Lily, didn't understand why Grandpa didn't want to play anymore. She would bring her favorite book and sit next to him, waiting for him to read to her. One day, instead of reading, John simply held her hand and smiled, a distant look in his eyes. It was then that his daughter realized John wasn't sad. He was just slowing down, processing the world in a quieter way. If your loved one starts avoiding conversations, skipping family gatherings, or simply seems less engaged, don't force them. Instead, sit with them. Hold their hand. Let them know you're there. Sometimes, silence is their way of processing this transition. Sign 3. Increased fatigue and changes in sleep patterns. Emma, a retired teacher, always woke up at sunrise, ready to start her day. But over time, her mornings stretched into the afternoon. She napped often and struggled to stay awake during meals. Her son, Michael, thought she was just bored, but her doctor explained that the body naturally requires more rest as it nears the final stage. One afternoon, Michael sat by Emma's side, watching her sleep. He noticed how peaceful she looked, how her breathing had slowed. When she woke, she simply smiled at him and whispered, "I was dreaming of the ocean." Michael realized then that his mother was in a different phase of life, one where dreams and rest became more important than routine. If your loved one sleeps more than usual or seems exhausted even after rest, it's not laziness, it's biology. This is a time for comfort. Let them rest when they need to. Gentle routines, soft lighting, and familiar voices can make their waking hours peaceful. Sign 4. Cognitive and memory changes. Robert had always been sharp-witted, but recently he started talking about seeing his mother, who had passed away decades ago. He recalled conversations with old friends as if they had just happened. His daughter, Lisa, was worried about dementia, but a nurse told her something surprising. Nearing the end of life, many people experience moments where they feel connected to those who have passed before them. One evening, Lisa found Robert staring out the window, a peaceful expression on his face. "She's here," he whispered. "She's waiting for me." Lisa felt a lump in her throat, unsure whether to be afraid or comforted, but she chose to listen. She sat beside him and asked, "What is she saying?" Robert smiled. "That it's almost time." Rather than correcting or dismissing these experiences, listen, ask questions, let them share. Whether it's a trick of the mind or something more profound, it brings them peace. Sign 5. Subtle physical changes, skin, breath, and circulation. Carlos, a gentle grandfather, loved sitting by the window with a warm cup of tea. But one evening, his granddaughter noticed his hands were colder than usual, his fingertips slightly bluish. His breathing had changed, with longer pauses between each breath. These small shifts were signs that his body was gradually slowing down. His daughter, Alina, wrapped a blanket around him, tucking it gently under his arms. She held his hands, rubbing them to keep them warm. "Are you cold, Papa?" she asked. Carlos smiled softly. "No, Carita, just floating." Circulation changes are one of the final signs of the body preparing for transition. Hands and feet may feel cooler. The skin may turn pale. Breathing can become irregular. These changes are natural, and the best thing we can do is create a warm, loving space for them. Hold their hand. Play their favorite music. Let them feel safe. Closing reflection. Seeing these changes in someone we love is never easy. But knowing what to expect allows us to bring them the greatest gift, peace. Our role is not to fight against time, but to make every moment meaningful. A gentle touch, a kind word, a presence filled with love, these are the things that matter most. If this video has helped you, please share it with others who may need it. And if you've experienced this journey with a loved one, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. You are not alone.